So I want you to imagine something. I want you to do a little imagination exercise with me. Imagine that a child comes up to you, maybe your child, maybe your neighbor's child, and they have just fallen and they got a cut. And let's say they're bleeding and they're scared because, at some point we don't know whether bleeding lasts forever. We don't know. And there's pain, and we don't know whether pain lasts forever. And the whole thing was just scary. It hurts. So I want you to imagine for a moment what the first thing you would tell this child is that comes to you with a cut and they're frightened. And when I ask people this, most of the time what they say is, I'll tell them that they'll be okay. And it just rolls off our tongues, right? We'll just tell them they'll be okay. But it's a very powerful statement. It's a very powerful message to give someone when they get a cut. And then what's the next thing you might do? Well, you might teach the child that we need to go over to the sink and we need to wash the cut out. And why do we wash the cut out? Because we don't want it to be dirty. Because we don't want it to get infected. And suddenly this child is getting an education in germs and bacteria. So we wash the cut out. And then what's the next thing we do? We probably get a Band-Aid to cover it and to keep it clean. And the next thing we do is maybe tell them, keep that Band-Aid on. Don't fuss with it. Don't pick at it. Don't play with it. You could get a scar. You could get it dirty. And then I always say, well, what's the last thing you think you would say to the child? And usually people say, well, I guess at that point I'd say, you can go back outside and play. Now these seem like such simple messages, but in a matter of 2 minutes, you have taught a child a number of things. One, that pain will not last forever, that the bleeding will stop and is not something to be scared of, that we want to keep cuts clean because that's how things work. That's how the body works. That's how the immune system works. We want to keep things clean. We've also taught the child that they don't have to fix that cut, that is going to happen without their interference. Like, don't pick at it, don't play with it. It's going to heal. Give it time. The scab is natural, right? These are things that teach the child that they have a system that's got this for them. They don't have to do this. They don't have to micromanage this process. They don't have to stay up at night holding the cut together and blowing on it or praying over it or saying affirmations or staying up all night to make sure it happens, right? Because then they wouldn't get sleep, and sleep is important for healing. So we've taught the child that their body has got this. And then the invitation to go back out and play reinforces the fact that we are built for getting cuts, we are built for recovery, and we can keep doing our lives while it's happening. We can keep playing full on. Now, for a moment, imagine the child who doesn't know any of those things. First of all, a lot more fear, a lot more things they think they have to do, a lot more things that they might do that might be counterproductive, including the cut actually getting infected. And so we're talking about in terms of implications of not knowing this understanding from really an unnecessary amount of worry and fear to infection, which can lead to death. This is a life-saving moment with a child, and it doesn't look like it. It just looks like we know how things work. We're okay. We're built for getting tumbled. We're built for this life, and we can keep living, and we can keep enjoying ourselves, and we can keep doing the things that make us happy in the world because we have a system that supports us, and it takes all of 2 minutes. Now I invite you to think about and imagine what it would be like as a child to have that very same education apply to our emotional system. to our psychological system. Something very difficult has happened, and the message we get is, it's okay. You will be okay. These are the conditions we can create to help it heal. We can keep the area clean. We cannot pick at it. There's things we can do to align with the natural immune system of the mind and of the emotions. And we don't have to micromanage that process. We do the things that make sense. We do the things that the system, when understood, instructs us to do. The equivalent of washing the cut. But then your system's got this. You will be okay. Minds and emotions know how to heal. We are built for life. We are built for getting tumbled. And we can keep living our lives even though we've had these hardships. Things will hurt less. We will get stronger. And our entire system is backing us up in thriving, moving forward in life.